I see him up ahead. Let's rock and roll!
The world of video games is just downright phenomenal. And guess what made gaming into a worldwide philosophy? This thing, the Nintendo Entertainment System, otherwise known as the Nintendo, is hands down the most recognizable game console in the entire industry. Whether it be the top loader or the nostalgic gray box, Nintendo's earliest system has had many great games, and I can't just pick 10 of them. So let's make it 30. Two things to note. This countdown will consist of 3 parts, and the entries have to have Nintendo's seal of approval. Let the 8-bit chaos ensue. I got a good idea. Let's start with a bang. When it comes to explosions, your main man is Bomberman. The White Warrior is highly known as Hudson's best work, but it doesn't beat Mario Party. Well, anyway, Bomberman for the NES is addictive, explosive fun. It's even better when you have a friend to play with, because you can blow the hell out of him. Yeah, that's what I love. What can I say? I love beat-em-ups. And at number 29, I'm going to have to go with the first beat-em-up game ever made, Kung Fu. In Kung Fu, you just get 2 moves, kicking and punching. You keep moving left and beat the living shit out of everybody. What a classic. While it's monotonous as all shit, this is a granddaddy of all beat-em-ups. It deserves respect. Now, while it's one of the weirdest titles for the NES, Ice Climber is pretty underrated. At least from my perspective. Controlling Popo, the player needs to make their way to the very top of each level, where you need to touch a bird holding an eggplant, and then you can clear the stage.
What?
Yeah, I know, it's weird. And even though it's pretty monotonous and weird, I still find myself coming back to play this classic. What do you get when you take one of the cutest video game characters in history and give him his own title within the puzzle genre? You get the game, simply enough, titled Yoshi. Now, while some people call this game a lazy cash-in, I say screw that. This is a damn unique puzzle game. In this game, you stack Goombas, Boos, piranha plants, bloopers, and egg shells together. If you sandwich the enemies between both halves of a Yoshi egg, you get this. Aww, that's cute. There are 2 things that the Nintendo Entertainment System does best: side-scrolling and shooting. In that case, Clash at Demonhead is a great NES game. If you're in a blasting mood, pop this game in and enjoy the ride. The reason why I'm giving such a short description of this game is because I haven't played this game in years. I'm trying to track down a copy, but for now, this is all I can say. I remember this game being fun and memorable, but I also remember it being pretty damn hard. So, if you play this for the first time, you might want to get a stress ball ready. One of the most downright classic genres in the world of video games is the 2D shooter. You fly and shoot. That's it. Just you, space, and a crapload of enemies. With great power-ups at your disposal, you pwn everything. Now when it comes to this genre for an NES platform, there are basically 2 decisions: Life Force or Gradius. So which of them is on the list? Well, Life Force was great, but it doesn't have power-ups like this. Gradius owns. Adventure Island is great. Running over obstacles while eating a crapload of food may not sound so great, but trust me, it's cool. Besides, we all know that tomahawks make everything better.
Ashton, come here. You've just been tomahawked. That's my show. Tomahawked.
When someone says puzzle during a video game discussion, you or someone else will at least have a small hint of Tetris. The world-famous Soviet mind game is so popular that's even on calculators. That's excessive. Well, anyway, Tetris has to be one of my favorite puzzle games. Why is it so long on the list? because it's really overrated. It's no wonder Tetris is labeled as a quintessential puzzle game. It's a classic that will never go away, whether we want it to or not. As you probably already figured, I am a huge fan of RPGs. They're just so damn fun to play. But let's save that for another list. Right now, I want to talk about the first good RPG. The big motherfucker of giant-ass swords and Oedipus shit sacks. The original Final Fantasy. Do I really need to say anything? It's Final Fantasy. Explaining this game would be like trying to teach Peter how to drink beer.
Hey, who wants to play Drink the Beer?
Right here.
You win!
All right, what do I win?
Another beer!
Oh, I'm going for the high score.
You know, Kirby's early years were weird. First of all, he was originally meant to be yellow. And in his first game, he couldn't even use his copy ability. But then, Kirby's Adventure came along and put a stop to that nonsense, and introduced two things. Kirby's debut on a home console, and his trademark copy ability. Kirby's Adventure also has one of my favorite 8-bit soundtracks within it, which gives it the spot at number 21.